774-855-94 The floor is yours for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We got a call. Opinionated Idiot. Who's this and where you from?
Hey, it's C in Los Angeles. What's up?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. So, one of the things that the defense has requested is the video footage of an interrogation between Moscow's Officer Payne and Bryan Kohberger. I'm very interested in seeing that. I'm very interested in seeing the arrest footage of him in PA because he supposedly talks for 15, 20 minutes to the cops.
Yeah, and then lawyers up.
Well, does he lawyer up? Because he comes back to Moscow and he talks to Officer Payne. I don't think we heard about this until the past day or so.
Okay.
So the fact that this exists and the defense is requesting it and they haven't gotten it yet, I think it's huge. Just seeing this body cam that you just played just now.
Sure.
He's articulate. He's clear. He's not, he's going to be an interesting person to hear in those moments. I mean, right now, it seems like Moscow wanted to make an arrest before winter break was over to make it safe for all the kids to come back for the semester. They needed their economy back in that town. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to believe they're playing this way with someone's life, but it seems like a stretch right now. That's my opinion.
Yeah, of course. Let me just throw a couple things at you. Maybe we can go back and forth. Do you think it's strange that allegedly, I guess that's out there, he asked the minute he was arrested, he said, "Did you arrest anybody else?" Now, just hear me out. If I was arrested and someone just said, "You're being arrested because of this," are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. You're being arrested because of, we're implicating you in 4 murders, blah, 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 blah. I would be like, I didn't fucking do that. I didn't fucking say that. Now, again, we don't know what's on that tape. We haven't seen it. We haven't heard it. But I heard that the first words of, "Did you arrest anybody else?" Now, he's a smart cookie. He knows the law. Maybe he threw that out there just to kind of throw off the investigation. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, let me give you my 2 cents
Sure.
on that. I think that quote, "Did you arrest anyone else?" I think that was cherry picked by the PA police.
Could be,
because I think he asked probably 20 questions, rapid fire,
right?
And they said, "Oh yeah, he was that." He said one of the things. Let's say he said this. Did he arrest? He asked us if we arrested anyone else. He probably asked, like you said, if you're. I'm very curious to see that footage. I'm not saying I believe him, okay? I'm not saying like 100%, but this is getting it's starting to feel like, was there some kind of like economic incentive for the town of Moscow just to let's get a suspect in custody and everyone will come back and it'll be business as usual? And
fair point.
I hate to think that way. But people, it happens. We've seen enough corruption stuff. But I love your show.
Thanks.
I love your show, man.
Yeah, I love that you come on, and like I said, not everybody's going to agree with what I do and say, and I think this is good that you bring your own angle, your own perspective, and your own opinion to it too, because we want to get a consensus and a feel for how the environment around us and around this show, how people think, and that's why we do this, and this is why I open up the phone lines and I don't talk. I just give you the floor and let you speak. And that's, I want to hear from you and what you think. So, no, I appreciate it.
I have a question for our caller.
All right. Have a good night.
Oh, hang on one second. Don't go yet. Laura has a question. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's going to ask you.
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
If this goes to trial, do you believe Bryan Kohberger would take the stand?
I'm sorry, Laura. I didn't hear that.
Okay. So she said if Bryan Kohberger goes to court in this trial, do you think that he would take the stand?
Yes, I think because I think Ann Taylor will be confident enough in him. I think he'll have to. It's his life. It's a firing squad. I mean, I think he'll have to. Maybe not in the preliminary, but if this goes to full trial, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, C, for calling. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Opinionated Idiot Who do we have? Where you calling from?
What up, dude? Aloha, this is B. Richard.
What's up, man? How are you? Where are you from?
Technically from Hawaii. I'm not living there now.
Cool.
So I am from Hawaii. That's why I say aloha to everybody.
Oh yeah, aloha.
Yeah. Okay. I had to mute because I had you on 3 different screens, so that was the problem when I was calling in just a second ago. I had you on 3 different screens, maybe even more. So anyway, love you, Bryan. You do a really good job, man.
Appreciate that. We're just trying to just do our thing here. People will come, people will go. Not everybody will agree, and that's fine. And many will, and that's fine. But we just want to hear. We want to hear what the public thinks about this. So let me give you 3 minutes. Tell us what you think.
Oh, I'll take your 3 minutes. I'll tell you that I actually disagree with you on several things. However, I appreciate and I do follow everything you say. And I look at it and then, I come to my own conclusions. And a lot of times you're right. And sometimes I think maybe I might have a different perspective, whatever. And that is freaking awesome because that's what makes us a community. Because your channel is one of the best out there. I can tell you that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You've gone through a lot of stuff, and I was actually going to lean towards the mental illness element because I've heard a lot of what you've said about your past and experiences and everything, and as well as mine. And both of my kids my boys are autistic.
Okay.
And I've gone through a lot of things, and a lot of people seem to think that I'm probably on the spectrum, and I think actually, you know what? I think most of us are on the spectrum, to be honest. So I'm working on an art project, and I'm thinking, because everything that you say, because you always kind of pull it full circle, talking about depression or mental illness and everything, you're always, this is one of your greatest strengths, is being able to be sincere and being able to pull in your experiences in a way that it relates to other people. And I feel that vibe with you so much, and I love that. And that is your greatest strength. Now, I think you're probably wrong about BK. I think he is probably going to be innocent, as in he did not kill them. However, it doesn't matter because I could be proven wrong at the exact same time. It doesn't matter. Everything that you are doing on your channel, you're inspiring people. You never would have met them. We wouldn't be having this conversation if I didn't feel connected to you. I feel very sincerely connected to you because you have shared a lot of your experiences, troubles, this and that, and that is the most healing. It's the power of sincerity, and you've got that, dude. You've got that, and I just want to say love and aloha. I appreciate you very much.
Well, wow, that's very kind of you. I mean, we've never met before. We've only, you've watched me an awful lot. This is the first, time that I'm getting to talk to you. I've given you, the 3 minutes. We're going to give you a little bit more time here because I'd like to answer that. First of all, I really appreciate those kind sentiments. Again, you don't know me, but what my vision here and what I've always wanted to do is not bullshit people. And I don't believe in bullshit. I like things that are just, straight shot to me. I don't spin circles on people. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to bathe in conspiracy theories here. But you can have thoughts and you can have opinions when you stick to facts in the case. And again, I appreciate that you shared with me that you don't agree with me in a lot of what I say. And that's fine because this is what this is about. This is to have these conversations, to open people's minds and maybe have them think a little bit more outside that box because we don't do that anymore. I think COVID really narrow-minded a lot of people because we went through a lot of shit for 3 years. And whether you believe whatever side of COVID you stand on, the bottom line is this: we were all locked in our houses for about 3 years. We all had to be very careful within that first year and a half. That changed us. That mentally changed us and scarred us. We're not people that are supposed to be locked down for a long period of time and be away from people, the way that our vibrations and the way that we evolve as human beings is to be around people, to feel their energy. And and I'm probably getting a little wacky here, but hear me out. We're supposed to be around people and conversate. That's how our brains grow. And when you're locked away and you're put away, your brain is not growing. You're not having productive conversations. I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, and I hope that everybody
I will top you on that and say it's not that we must be around other humans. It's we need to be around other living things, and
Right.
that does include. And I'll even take it even more trippy. You got to be around trees. You got to be around the flowers. You got to be around the insects. You got to be around wildlife. You got to the air that breathes. That air that you're breathing is passing by somebody else or something else that's already breathed it. Okay? We are all connected.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you completely.
And the thing is like, that's why I try to inspire people. Like, don't sit in your house 12 hours a day. Go out and take a walk, because you don't understand what's really around you. I don't think people really explore. I mean, you can even just, if you don't have the means or whatever to get outside your state, there's many things that you're missing just in your state, which you'll be surprised that could be 5 miles from you, a mile from you, that you've never visited or been there. Just get out and experience that.
Greater words have never been said. Yes, because if say you drive 5 miles away to your nearby town, and you do that, and you've done that for the last 10, 15 years. Maybe I'm thinking as I grew up in Kentucky, and we went maybe 30 miles in any direction. So if we took that one road that was different than the one that we always took, it was a new adventure. And imagine all the people that you meet, or the experiences, or the you might. Okay, I know a lot of people are not artists and freak boys like me or perhaps even us. Like when you see a flower that you've never seen before and you're driving by it, I've had my either if I was driving or maybe my family were driving, they pull back. Hold on a second, because when you see something that is out of the norm, it gives you inspiration. It gives you this energy, like an invigoration. And you're talking about people who are stuck in their houses, either for medical reasons or by the mandate, the law, or whatever it was. There's a lot of people, and I can tell you this though, that the pandemic was fantastic for YouTubers at that time, because I have been helping a lot of other I'm more into like film imagery and everything. God, we exploded because nobody could go to the cinema, and so our material went through the roof. And now, though everybody who was stuck at home, they needed material. And my little side tangent is, okay, now that we got the writer's strike that's going to mess up everything, late night and Saturday Night Live and all that. This is also a perfect time for content creators like you. And I, people know my name, D. Richard. I'm out there on several of the true crime channels. Yeah. This is a perfect time for our community. I do have a question for you, though.
Sure.
Okay, now I've been meditating on this very much. Like I said, I study everybody, and I even go back and I rewatch them with comments. All right. That's how trippy it is as I'm working on my film project. I'm wondering, is there going to be a potential, is there a potential that a YouTuber, either the host or guest or somebody in chat, that the crime that touches the core? Now, I messaged Lana about this. I haven't heard anything. And I'm going to actually pose it to everybody that I talk to. Do you think that there's a chance that we might get too close to the truth that actually might be kind of risky?
So it's funny that you say that, because we were talking about this in my Discord group the other day. And like, I was going to have people, because I have a post office box, was just write in what you think is going to what the possibility could be. I was going to keep those envelopes sealed and literally just open them at the end when this case concludes and see how many people were right. I mean, it could be true. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know all of the ramifications right now. I haven't gotten anything to tell me to stop. I haven't heard anything in the other true crimers for anybody to tell them to stop. Again, what we talk about on these channels are all allegedly just opinions.
That's not what I'm saying,
Sure.
though. That's not what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if somebody was actually, one of the channels were to actually kind of go in and say, oh, this guy is the bad guy. And even if it's in a joke, as a joke, so maybe the audience picks up on, maybe we actually figure out the I don't know, the actual, because I like I said, I don't really think Bryan did it. I think he's involved in many ways, so I don't think he actually did it. What if there is somebody, say an official involved, names, we know the names of all the people involved.
Sure.
What if it was them and one of our channels, and I say ours because I'm kind of I got technical. I'm with Lana and Lighter.
Right.
What if one of us really brings the house down and that's how this guy gets busted? Would it put us in danger? I mean, would it put somebody in danger? Not like getting busted by the government or by YouTube or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying literally in danger because we're dealing with life and death. This is not a game.
Right.
It's fun, but it's not a game.
Right. And that's what I've always said too, is that, I think people lose sight of that in these types of cases, that, lives were lost. And you got a man right now that's being accused of a crime that's still innocent at this point until proven guilty. So we have to respect that in that sense too. As much as you maybe hate Bryan Kohberger, as much as you might love Bryan Kohberger, you have to respect that process. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. That would be a really weird spin on this, but nothing really surprises me anymore.
That's what I mean. As a filmmaker and as a writer and everything, and a game designer, all of this keeps playing into. Holy crap! How could this get even weirder?
Yeah.
And I saw somebody post something, and I'm not going to go into detail, though it mentioned what happens when a YouTuber goes too far. I'm sure we've all seen that video and everything. So when I first saw the headline, I thought, oh my God, somebody get killed, because I've been kind of concerned about that.
Sure.
Because if this is as big as I kind of feel that it might be, it's not just the one dude. I think that, But anyway, I just want to throw all of those apples out there, and we'll see how the salad splits. I don't know.
Hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. Those are very, very kind words that you said. I appreciate your support. You're the type of calls that we really, really love on this channel. It's respectful. And you can call back anytime you want. And I appreciate your commitment to helping this community grow, because we try to do this in a communal space. And we really want to hear everybody's side of what they think, and if I can change, maybe I'm not necessarily here to change people's minds. I'm here to just kind of throw more things out there, do a deep dive into it, give factual information that people can make a right decision off of, because there is a lot of BS out on these channels, and I don't want to go there, because I stick to the facts. That's all I'm going to say. I just stick to the facts.
Well, you know what's your the greatest thing that I saw you do, aside from what I've already said, when you decided that you were the first one out of all, and I think I followed maybe 10, 7 to 10 jobs, whatever. You were the first one to you initiated part 1. We're going back from to the beginning, and that is the most valuable element right there. Was when you started doing that, others did as well, and then they did it in their own style. Fantastic. You actually went back and you were breaking things down as you saw them, probably through your YouTube history. And that's fantastic. I saved absolutely all of your channels too and everything to go back through. You did it perfectly. And you did what, a 7 or 8?
I did 7 parts. I didn't think
7 parts. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was going to go to a 7-part series, but there was so much information to go back, and that's what I was trying to get the audience to understand. A lot of people just come in, they watch a 1-minute segment of my show, and they go, you're a loser. The glasses are stupid. It's a shtick. I'm performing. You don't understand. Like, I'm performing as like, I'm not who I am on this. I am who I am. You know what I mean? But you're sticking it up a little bit. You're trying to make it a little goofy, and it's my theme, opinionated idiot. I get the idiot glasses on. Like, people don't understand, so they watch that and you go, oh, you're bullshit. You're an idiot. Like, you haven't even watched any, like, the real material that's going on in these channels. But my whole point of all this was to go back and look, to go back and see, maybe we see something there that we haven't seen or heard yet, because we tend to go right. Because we tend to go so far forward and we forget. Believe me, I don't remember everything that's in that PCA. I always have to go back and look at it. And when I do, look what happened. Laura and I found something, this latent footprint. That's the part of, that's the reason of this stream tonight, to maybe cast some new angles, something to look at, something to think about. And the chat was buzzing tonight when we talked about it. So
yeah. And hey, you know what? I will go ahead and let you go.
Cool.
I think maybe we've reached our 3 minutes now. I think maybe.
You're welcome to call in any single time. I appreciate all the kind words. Thank you for the respect. Thank you for the love. And, we're just going to keep growing and try to grow this channel as big as we can. But I can't do it without people like you. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this channel and pay attention, because I understand, everybody has a busy life. Everybody does their own thing. And to come here and hang out with us for, an hour or two a night, I really do appreciate that.
Rock on, dude. You guys are doing a great job. All right. I love you. Love and aloha. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What a great call.
Absolutely.
That was a really, really great call.